My name is Genesis Giselle Garcia. My family calls me Hennessy. Others call me Gigi. Others call me Triple G. But for the most part, I go by Genesis and Hennessy. A little bit about my ethnic background is the fact that both my mom and my dad are from Soyapango, El Salvador. My great grandmother from my mom's side was from Honduras, and someone from my dad's family was from Oaxaca, Mexico. So I'm pretty mixed. I'm a little bit of Mexico, I have a little bit of El Salvador, and a little bit of Honduras. So I am a Latina. Um, right now in life, I believe that I'm in a good place. However, I do believe that there is always room for improvement, um, which is why I'm going to college, because I do want a better future for myself. Emotionally, I'm at a good place. Over time, I've learned to love myself better and to improve myself. Financially, I'm not as great as I should be, and again, which is why I'm going to school. But for the most part, where I'm at in life is a great place, but it's not where I want to be forever. I'm the type of person who believes in growth and becoming better and better and better and better. So that's that. A story, an impactful story that I've had to experience and face. There's so many, but one that I'd like to share so that you all can get to know me better is the fact that during my senior year of high school, my father went into cardiac arrest, and only God knows how long he went without oxygen, and it happened at work, and unfortunately, no one was around who knew how to perform CPR, so because of that, he lost a lot of brain activity. When the paramedics got there, they were able to get his heartbeat, but he was never able to come back and wake up. So after he got a lot of MRIs on his brain, the neurologist discovered that there was really nothing left. The only portion of his brain that was functioning was the bottom stem, which consists of involuntary movement, so reflexes, and there'd be moments where he would kick his foot or throw his hand up, or probably even opened his eyes. And so as his family, we thought, oh, maybe he's gonna come back, but no, he was pretty much gone. And one thing you should know is that my mom and my dad were never married. He had a family of his own, and then he left my mom with both myself and my little brother. So my mom was a single mom. But despite that, I still had a relationship with him. Not the perfect relationship, like the father and daughter or super close, nothing like that. But there was a relationship and there was a connection. And this all happened during my senior year of high school. As soon as I was going to graduate, in middle of deciding what college I wanted to go to, and this happened. And that took a huge emotional toll on me because he was in the hospital, and I had to miss out on a lot of classes because I wanted to be there with him. And it was very hard to see and to know that my dad wasn't able to be there at my graduation ceremony. He didn't teach me how to drive. He didn't see me drive. He never figured out what college I was going to go to. He just missed a lot of milestones that I had to go through. And the only person that I had there was my mom. So to see the father who contributed to my existence on a bed and completely unconscious and depending 100% on life support was very traumatic and very, very hard. And he never woke up. And then he passed away 6 months later. And it happened during my freshman year at Cal State Fullerton. And again, it happened during the first semester, I believe. Yeah, the first semester of freshman year at Cal State Fullerton. So I was completely new to the college environment. And he passed away. And I just remember having to be at the hospital frequently. And because of that, I missed a lot of class sessions. And I unfortunately was placed on academic probation, not because I was ignorant or wasn't qualified enough to be a college student, but because I was going through something very, very, very traumatic, and I didn't know what resources were available to me because I was completely new to college. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know where to get help. And then I was at the hospital like almost every other day, so I missed a lot of lectures and I fell behind. So I was placed on academic probation. That was very discouraging. I fell behind on a lot of classes. So that was just very traumatic. That I would like to say was the most traumatic situation I've had to face. But because of that, I've been able to grow in a lot of places. And I've also been able to give back, not only to the community, but to my friends who are also college students and are experiencing turmoils. And thanks to the experience I went through, I've been able to become a better person. And I've also been able to give emotional support to those who surround me. But to go to the question number 3, there is a big roadblock that I know is going to happen. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, both my mom and my dad are from Soyapango, El Salvador, which means that they're both immigrants. Or my dad was an immigrant and my mom is an immigrant. And my mom has been protected here in the U.S. by the TPS, which is abbreviated for Temporary Protective Status. And what that does is it allows my mom to be here, and it protects her, and it also allows her to work here. And she's had it for about 15 years because it was given in 2001, if I'm not mistaken. But recently, it was announced that it is no longer going to be extended. And my mom is only going to be protected by it up until January. So this is a big roadblock because I am a student. I have 2 jobs. But because I have 2 jobs doesn't mean that I pay rent. My mom allows me to live and she gives me a roof over my head for free. But I do contribute and I help because she is a single mom. But because it was recently announced that the TPS might not be, well, actually it was revoked, so it's no longer going to be extended to her. She's only going to be protected by the temporary protective status up until September, which is already here, but she has until January for her to have a permit to work. That means that in February of 2020, she won't be protected by absolutely anything, and she's expected to leave the U.S., which is very heartbreaking and very saddening, and there's really nothing in my control. The only hope that we have is to wait until I turn 21 in order for her to become a U.S. citizen or resident. Other than that, there's really not much that we can do. And I'm a 3rd year at Cal State Fullerton, so I still have at least a year to go. And my mom is my best friend. She is the person who I just count on. Maybe not financially to feed myself, but she is my best friend. And to know that she's not going to be protected at all, and she's not going to be able to have a permit to work here, and the fact that she might be deported back to El Salvador is very frightening, and it's sad, and it's scary because I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I can do is plan right now, but we really don't know what we're gonna do. So this is a big roadblock, because if she leaves, that means that we would have to leave this house. That means that we would have to sell a lot of things. And that means that my little brother would depend on me 100% because he's still a minor. So there's a lot of things that might come up in 2020, but I'm trying to be very optimistic that everything's going to be okay. But yeah, that's a big roadblock that I can share with you guys. What else? Oh, question number 4. My experience as a student at Cal State Fullerton has been bittersweet. It's been bitter because I wish I would have been more aware of the resources available to me. But it's been sweet because I'm a first-generation college student. I'm the first in my entire family to go to college and to pursue a bachelor's degree. And it has not been easy at all to be where I am today. But I have met so many people. I've made amazing friendships, and I've met a lot of people that I just want to keep in my life forever. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of things, and I feel like I've grown. So being a college student at Cal State Fullerton has been a blessing, but it has not been easy. And I absolutely love it. And Cal State Fullerton wasn't my first choice, but it became my first choice, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And I'm just so happy to be given the opportunity to pursue higher education. Yeah, I think that answers all of the questions. And I hope that in this video, you all were able to get a glimpse of me. But there's a lot to me that I haven't disclosed yet. But all I'm sharing is my family, where I'm at right now. I'm a third-year college student. I have 2 jobs, and I really want to go on this road trip in January, because January is going to be a very, very, very hard month, both for me and my family. So I just hope that I can go on this, because it's gonna do me well, and I'm excited. And thank you for allowing me to make it to part 2 of the application. Have a good day.